What's going on with this? I'm out of the loop.
Oh yeah. Okay. So on No
everybody.
Agenda, I forget. It's one of the two guys' family is a bunch of CIA spooks, right? And when they want to communicate in like newspapers and radio, like broadcast, right? They always include the number 33 in the stream. Like it'll be like, oh, the 33rd floor is apartment like 1133, blah blah blah. Mrs. Jones did blah blah blah. Like it's nothing to do with any fucking story. Like the first three.
It's the precursor to the message.
Yep.
Right. It's the like clue it in. Here comes the message. yeah, and then some nonsensical bullshit about the story that doesn't need to be in there, right?
Well, Club 33.
Club 33. Oh, well, tell us about Club 33. Patty knows about
That's the club at Disneyland. So if there were 33 original investors, and there's a badass private club that you can get on the waiting list to be a member. I've been a couple times because a couple of friends work for companies that have corporate memberships. So
the secret door at Disneyland to nowhere, right? And then it's a tricked out bar.
Yeah, it's behind Pirates of the Caribbean. You like knock and they take your name, and then you go upstairs, and food's really good, really nice bar, really nice place to hang out. But the memberships are like 15, 20 grand a year. They're really not.
Oh my god. Okay, so at the Spearmint Rhino,
I thought it was more than that.
There was like the strip club everybody went to with the limos on the front door, right? The real strip club was the back door in the alley at the Spearmint.
Right.
You had to know the manager. They would fucking let you in. There wasn't anything but $100 chips in there, minimum. The back of the bar.
Those strippers let you in the back door?
No, yeah, they do there. yeah, but you're gonna have many stacks
share this
of
on your
$100 chips.
screen, Patty.
But the back of the bar instead of yours is one-way glass, so you're in the private bar, and the whole back of the bar is one-way glass, looking out at the three stages from behind the stage. At the other schmucks throwing them dollars, and you're in there with the two private stages. They're throwing them hundreds. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I got to expense that twice. See the smile? That's 20 years later. Oh yeah.
That's then I got to expense it. That's my favorite story ending.
That was the company that I used to like get ATM receipts and just write fun on the back and turn it in. Oh, the fucking accounting department, their ears would just like blow steam out, and like they'd go stomping down the fucking hallway, and then the CEO would like send them back, and they'd be like, okay. Like that's
Nobody
called negotiation.
Only my boss sees mine. It's just general. It goes to general account. Well, I guess accounting sees it eventually, but I'm trying to turn my brightness down on my screen. It's like really, really bright, and I'm going blind. So you're gonna get to see the top of my head for me. Which one?
Oh, Brian's check it out. His shit is fucked up, he says. Oh no.
Womp womp. You guys want to see the one meme I've ever made?
Oh yeah. Let's see it.
Yeah.
This thing is gonna rip off my wall. Okay, there we go. Better.
Oh, Nate might know this. I got a little mixer box. Hold on, I'm gonna go downstairs and grab it and show it to you. I'm having fucking problems figuring this thing out, and I gotta record a podcast with 2 mics tomorrow. Hold on, I'll be back. Show the meme. Show the meme. Oh, you need me to throw it up? Okay, yeah. Here, hold on. Boo.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Okay, now I can see. I don't know why, but like this screen was normal and this screen was like really bright, so I had to turn it down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, you took it off already. What was it?
Yeah.
You didn't say.
Everybody had reacted already, and then it just got quiet, so I took it away.
I know. You guys forget it's radio.
Here, there you go.
You gotta see what's on the scale. Okay, let's see. What do we got?
So
Pfizer used poison jab. It's not very effective. Oh, like this little character. Oh, is that like a boxing game?
It's Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon. Fuck,
yeah. Poison jab is actually a move in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been jab ranting a few days in a row. It was like, oh, cool it, you're gonna get banned.
Oh no, you are gonna get banned.
Except I never really say jab rant. I always just make shit up,
Man,
Yeah,
did you hear the Timeline Earth last week? They were talking about the code they were using code to discuss everything, and it's like pepperonis and pizza and all this
They
stuff.
had like a whole okay, write this on an index card, follow along.
One of my groups was calling it glitter. They were like, glitter gets everywhere. It was so funny. Like, wow.
Okay, check this out. This is my little mixer. So that's the front. See that like output left, right? I can't get anything to come out of the other side. Right? And it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4 and back. But why are they labeled 5, 6, 7, 8?
Are those the larger of the plugs, like the quarter inch?
Quarter inch.
Okay. Huh.
Right? And then I got those little up and downy things, and it's talking about grounding and floating. I got to download the PDF.
Yeah, you got me on that. So
yeah, grab the PDF.
In stereo versus mono outputs to them, because this should be going into what, a giant mixer board or something. If it has 2 quarter-inch outs,
it very well could be. You're gonna need at least a sound card. 2 to 1 sound card probably.
That's why I plugged it into the laptop, and it just didn't even understand what was going on. Just like,
yeah. So you probably a left and a right, and you need a left and a right quarter-inch down into a 3.5.
So one of those ones that reduces it and like makes it a Y.
Yeah.
To take it to monaural. Fuck. Okay. All right, I'll figure this shit out.
See, that's why I like my little box.
Yeah.
It's just got a power adapter that transports data in.
Yeah.
You should have seen half
to the computer. So you're using like it's like an MP3 cord or USB cord?
Yeah, it's a USB cord that
to the computer.
The microphone. Yeah. Just USB to the computer, so it supplies power and transmits the data.
Cool.
Yeah,
I did not think about that part of the equation. Originally, we were trying to put stuff into the big, huge mixer for the giant speakers and stuff. So it was all like quarter inch. And now I'm like, how do I get this to a computer as a microphone or to use all the real mics, right? And mix them.
A little USB board.
But you need to have one that's made to go for a computer, not a sound system, probably.
Yeah, probably better.
I mean, this is the mic that we use for our podcast.
Yeah. Show me your guys' stuff. Is that so boom mic? So that doesn't pick up like dogs barking behind it so much?
Right. It's a JLab. It's like a $40 mic. And then I have my headphones plugged into it. And these are the headphones that I use for ham radio.
So that's a monitor, right? Because you're hearing what the mic's output into the computer or whatever. Just so you could turn it up and down?
Yep. Yeah, it's a real cheap mic, but these are like really, really good headphones that I can use on my radio as well. So I'm not hearing the kids running around the house and being crazy, and I can more focus on what I'm hearing come out.
I'm going to tell you what my
idea. Jared's got the whole like super fancy Pro. What do you got? What do you got over there?
It's AT 2020 Audio Technica.
Yeah,
I've had it for years, and just finally have the application for it with the podcast and stuff. Because I did some singing and stuff, vocal covers years ago.
Okay.
And had it for that, and I had to get the interface because the microphone won't run without power. So just running it to whatever adapters to plug directly into the headphone jack, it wouldn't pick anything up. It would pick up like one channel.
That's why my PV mic into that is probably not doing anything.
It's probably got to have power
out.
Yeah, you need phantom power probably.
Yeah.
Mark was trying to talk to me about that stuff. He's an electrician, and I I just keep plugging stuff in until I hear pops or smoke or it works.
Yeah.
So I have that. What's the brand? Rode, or is it Rode or Rode? But I have their podcasting mic. It's a really nice mic, but it's an XLR. So I need to get a little board if I'm going to use it on my computer, because I bought it years ago when I was helping with a podcast, and we had a great little USB board, And
those are the boards because that has power, right?
Yeah, you see a little. Yeah, you plug it in, it'll have phantom power.
And it'll USB to the computer. That's exactly
I
what
might use phantom power for sure. It's a bit of a pig, but it's a nice mic once I get it set up. But I won't. I never set it up. So.
Yeah,
okay. Your first podcast that you got out. Hey, yay to you!
Woohoo!
You did it. You got out two, but I only listened to the first one so far.
It's just the audio.
Phone in the car.
Yeah, I did it in the car.
You could hear the road noise, but then it got better for some reason, like halfway through.
I adjusted the arm it was on, so it wasn't touching as much of the car. It was way more held off.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And we're back.
There you go.
I'll get a better one so I kind of like doing them in the car. I
love Jack's old one in the car with the road noise and the little rage every once in a while.
I own an external mic for my phone. I just need to use it and set it up right, and then get a better clip to hold it in my car, and then it'll be better. Yeah.
Like a visor clip or something, so it's right in front of your face.
Well, mine was a vent clip on the air vent, but yeah, I think I want like maybe a suction cup or something.
Yeah, because if the vents are on at all, I noticed I could hear that air in the background of mine, like at all.
Yeah. So sorry, hold on. Oops.
Whoa.
People
Somebody's calling in. We got our first caller.
Hey, welcome.
That's what that was.
That reminds me.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was doing the Pickle Pete show, and the only person that gets through my block is Chicken Joe, and I forgot I had the huge speaker still on my phone, like right in the middle of it. I'm supposed to be in this spaceship. It's like boop, beep, boop, boop.
And then the dog starts going off.
Yeah, there you go.
Just play into it.
Oh, anyways.
Eventually, we're talking.
Oh my god.
We're talking like Black Friday. Maybe get a better mic for us, but I want to get something that'll work on the radio itself and work for podcasting.
Yeah.
So I need something like a Heil, a little bit nicer, and
like swing arm and all that with the
pop. Yeah, pop filter. So, because I'm sitting at the desk that Aaron and I record at, so
yeah, the pop filters are easy. Like this little add-on guy was like $5 on Amazon.
Yeah. My
does it really change the sound a lot? It does get rid of the.
I don't know. You tell me. Pop.
Oh yeah!
Big wow. That's crazy.
Live test.
It's just a little screen, but it's
just a double mesh screen.
Mine has it, but Dean took it off and ran off with it, and now I need to find another screw.
Now it's gone forever.
Well, I found it. I found all the pieces.
Okay.
I need the screw. I have to take it with me and get it. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, of course the DJ folk who were supposed to meet me on Sunday to check out SquatchFEST no showed.
Oh, come on. Really?
Uh-oh.
EDM DJs, who would think Sunday morning they wouldn't want to get up?
I could have told you.
I should have scheduled it for like midnight on Saturday.
Right.
Yeah, or like Tuesday afternoon or something.
Tuesday at 4.
Yeah, maybe like towards 4 or 5 o'clock, so we make sure they're out. It got me thinking differently, though. It's like, no, F it. Now we just need to build the fucking amphitheater and camp. Or what? I don't know. I know once we build it, people will use it.
Yeah, it'll get used. Well, that was me. So I rolled it. So we left Jack's at 4:19.
Oh, yeah. Give us the after action. Yeah. So you flew
TSP
in and recorded your first podcast on the way to his place, right?
I did. And I was like, okay, if I'm ever going to record a first podcast, it has to be driving to Jack's, like from the airport on the same highway, right? So I did that. That was fun. I basically just said like, hey, this is why it's agorist attorney, whatever. Everybody says it different. I don't really care at all. So that was the first one, and it was super fun. And so I got there Wednesday, but I got there kind of late. I got there at like 7. So I was tired. So I did a Target run and got like soda and whatever I wanted for the weekend.
Was that you picking up NOS?
Yeah.
Is that what they were looking for? Yeah.
Monster.
Patty's on the monster run.
Like,
that was before Dr. Barry was there. Everybody's like, quick, give me a few.
Yeah. So Dowie tried to find it somewhere, and he's like, they don't have it here. I'm like, well, I'm going to Target, so they'll probably have it. So they had it there. So I don't drink that stuff. I just drink either like a lot of coffee or a lot of tea, and I'm fine. So Wednesday.
There's actually a research study on taurine being good for you, just FYI. In the last few
weeks.
Not as much as we know, but yeah.
Yeah. So we got there Wednesday. I just kind of hung out and did some work, and I princess planned it this year. I didn't camp. I stayed in a hotel. So I just kind of hung out, and like I went to bed early-ish. I probably went to bed at like midnight. That's like early for me. So
because Thursday was the real start, right? Wednesday's just showing.
But I knew it was the chop and drop.
Wednesday early was chop and drop.
Thursday early was chop.
Or Thursday, the first day. Okay, that's right. Because I was like, oh shit, these guys are at TSP. That's when I checked, like the attendee group, private chat. I was like, oh, what's going on? And I was like, ooh, feathers are flying. Look at
that. So he had a couple of people like not be able to come and speak. So he decided to do a chop and drop, winterizing your stuff like segment. From like
how to winterize all the aquaponic system stuff?
Yeah, it was like
shit,
9 to 10 or 9 to whatever. But I knew that I wasn't going to do it because Jack was like, if you don't want to work, you don't have to. If you want to work and learn how to do it, come do it. I'm like, hi, grew up on a homestead. I already know how to do all this shit. Like, I'm going to sleep in. And so that's what I did. So
you got the badge. Says I came for the party. Karaoke where?
That's exactly right. So I rolled in at like 10, and that had all gone down already, and they had already stomped off. So I got like the wake of it because I came in, and they were like, not everybody was hacking bushes, right? Like there were a good number of us standing in the garage going, let's get some more coffee.
Not smoking weed.
Right. Yeah, probably. No, because my supplier wasn't there.
What?
So like if you've never done that stuff, it's really a good idea to go do it with somebody who knows the fuck they're doing, right? Like,
well, Nick and David were both there, right?
Nick was there, yeah.
So the designer of the permaculture system was in the garden doing maintenance. Oh my god, I had paid to like go can I
go hang out? Yeah, exactly. So
$20 we get out of the way.
Yeah, you're right, exactly. So that finished up. Everybody came in. Everybody was bleeding because those the trees out there.
Okay, when it rained, you said it poured down one time, right?
That was like Friday.
Did it fill the swales?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't walk out there.
Fuck. It's so old now. Nobody goes out and takes a video of it. Like,
I should have gone out there, but so yeah, Wednesday and Thursday were great. Friday, I think it was whatever day I couldn't because we had to close. It was so cold and windy. We had to close the garage doors. So it's like being inside a Faraday cage. It's an aluminum, so nobody had signal.
Oh, that's why everybody was like, fuck, no signal.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they're crashing his network because nobody could be on their cell because they were
inside. As soon as the doors closed. So I was putting my phone like outside the door and then working off my laptop because it could transmit that far. So it worked okay. But so it rained, it was freezing cold. It definitely froze Friday night. And so it got super cold, and that's when I was like, hi, it's going to get cold enough for there to be a problem if you're not prepared out there. So if you're not prepared out there, will you please come and, I was like,
please come inside. Yeah, don't get drunk and pass out in the bush or in the swale.
I was worried, like and more so like Saturday night, because we do the rum circle and all that stuff. And like, I was because
it's kind of like a rum, except it's rum in a circle.
So I got in my car at 4:30 in the morning, and it was 28 degrees on my car. So
gingerly drive back to the hotel.
It's like 16 minutes. So I rolled into my hotel Sunday morning at 4:45, essentially. And I walked in, I was like, hey, because Hilton won't let you ask for a late checkout until morning. So I was like, well,
You're
it's
like, is it morning yet?
I was like, so can I get a late checkout since it's morning? And the guy started laughing. He's like, yeah, I can do noon. I was like, great, that's all I need. Okay.
You made it all the way.
So, okay, I'm looking at my notes. So Chop and Drop was awesome. And then I ended up inside hanging out with people. Oh, Nick Ferguson sessions were really cool.
Yeah, so what did Nick do?
Yeah, Nick did first session was on like fodder trees and silage and how to do that. And I'm never
how to
gonna
move to like more towards 100% self-sustainable animal feed kind
like
of thing.
stuff to like feed your own animals and not have to rely on the feed store. The name of the talk was like, don't rely on the feed store, essentially. So that was really cool. And then he did another one on like mealworms and bugs and how much money that shit sells for on Amazon and how there's a waiting and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's gross. I'm not doing that. But like,
if you had stables and stuff,
yeah, if I had land, I don't know. It's a little too gross for me. But you know, it does look like a good money earner. But the one thing that I got from his second session, I always have these light bulb moments, like at Jack's. Nick was talking about, hey, you could grow these really expensive rabbits and you don't actually have to eat them. You can sell them. And I went,
oh, just and you have a rabbit supply. Should you ever like, oh, you need them?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why we have
Sure.
That's why we have a lop here.
oh,
Yeah,
wait a minute.
we're looking at champagnes for us because nobody in the state has them.
Nice.
So it's like you got to get. Are rabbits like papered or something, or you just look at them and you're like, that's a champagne?
It's more their color. We
Okay.
have one person. They're about 2 hours south of us, 3 hours, that raises champagnes, and I'm thinking about getting a breeding pair from her.
Yeah.
Is it
probably-
really recessive? Like if you put them with another champagne, you sometimes spit out whites or something.
Usually if they're full, you get champagnes back out of them.
You should,
But it's
okay.
yeah, it's the actual breed itself.
Okay, that's cool. See, exactly. So my brain had been stuck on, oh, I don't want to butcher stuff. Not because I like don't want to butcher stuff, but I'm busy. Like I don't have time for that, and I'm not to the point where I'm like, oh my god, I need to grow my own meat. Like I don't right now. I mean, that could happen, but I just don't have the time. And when Nick was like, look how much these cost, I went, oh, I'm really good at growing stuff.
You know, that'd be a great business for Dean too. He'd fucking
know.
love it. Animals and like raising.
Yeah, so I'm really good at raising stuff and growing stuff and making cool. And then it gets to the end, and I'm like, I'm fucking tired. Like, you know, but if I could just sell it, then that would be fine. You come get it and do whatever you want with it.
I mean, we ended up putting all the rabbits in the freezer, and then we sold all the feet. We made the rabbit feet.
Oh,
those
Yeah,
were
I saw that
great.
on
That
TikTok.
step by step how to.
And we literally paid for their feed for like 3 months.
Wow.
amazing.
I would
So-
not have
between
guessed that.
that
Yeah.
and the fodder that Nick was talking about, you could have a whole system. I mean, I have 800 square feet in my backyard. So when it came time for, well, we can't talk about barter blanket, but Nick has available for purchase, like starters, like willow and mulberry.
Yeah, every
And
spring.
I was like, yeah, I can't trade anything for that because my backyard is 800 square feet. David,
As soon as you
Woo!
get
excited. David's on.
as soon as you get whatever, as soon as you get land somewhere, boom, stack.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was like. Yeah, as soon as I get land, then I'll do all the things. But
Hey,
Uh,
800 square feet's more than enough to raise some rabbits.
it absolutely
Oh,
well.
Yeah,
That's
outside of the house.
that's just my actual backyard. So I also have the side of my house, which is 5 foot by 40 foot. That
Linear.
Holy shit, a
That's
couple
my whole
of
chicken
located
run.
them.
whoop.
Yep.
Yep, exactly.
Little
Sorry,
stealthy,
David.
below the
David's sorry
fence.
for yelling at me.
Yeah, I think
Side
our rabbits they
watching-
take up our rabbits take up 3 feet by 16 feet.
You just stack the cages, like,
Yep.
but they have like solid bottoms, right? So it doesn't
No,
drip down.
it's cage bottoms, but I have the concrete mixing trays underneath
Nice.
catch all
Oh,
the
right, right.
manure.
easy.
Just capture it all.
Since
you can
we're
use
just-
rabbit manure right off.
immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Since we're moving soon, our rabbits just live in the chicken run with the chickens.
Yeah.
I loved
that
your
works.
theory about like they get along with them and now they do.
Yeah, if you enclose it, can you like free range the bunnies? Can they just be out
That's
there?
what we've been doing.
That's
Okay.
what Jared's been doing. Yeah. Everybody's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. We
But-
just introduced the mom back out with the 3 baby girls, and they were pissed. They were
Oh.
pissed. They were all going after her. The buck remembered her and was immediately on that again. But
Right.
the girls were not a part of it. And I haven't seen him breed the younger girls at all yet. They're probably 3 months old now. They're old enough.
Yeah.
But they're his babies,
yeah.
and he hasn't tried once. But as soon as
Wow.
Mama came back out, he was on that 3 times in 2 minutes.
Wow.
It's so funny too. It's a little at the end.
Oh, the fall off. That is the funniest shit in the world.
The little sneeze that goes with it.
So that was Nick, and he talked about rabbit manure too. He's like, that stuff sells, no problem. If you want
So
to sell it.
rabbit.
We can't give that shit away.
Oh, really?
No.
I guess it depends on your area then. Don't listen to that. I'm just looking at my list. Oh, Tim, Horizon guy Tim, did a home automation session that was awesome because I'm all about like everything on timers, takes it on the app.
But not Alexa or whatever.
Not Alexa,
Yeah.
no. And his was very much like you could do it without being all tied into all that shit. So
Sweet.
he added like a Raspberry Pi. Like I'm not techie enough to repeat back his talk, but it's on Jack's thing. So
Nice.
that's amazing. I really like that. And we
What
were
was the
laughing.
food truck? Taco truck or something? Didn't you bring
It
in
was
something?
a taco place, yeah, that came and did. It wasn't a truck. They just came and did.
Oh, they just came and cooked. They didn't roll. They rolled a truck. Didn't they roll a truck up one year?
They might have rolled a truck. I don't remember.
Yeah, they had a truck. They came with like a trailer or something last year that they had the grills and stuff on.
I mean, I just was cold and didn't go outside.
That's fair.
It might have been out there. I don't know.
That's what happens when you live. Yeah, you were so 50 degrees. Like,
Oh yeah,
I sent
was-
Alexovich the graph of Seattle's weather from the power company. Is like for the whole year, it's just like,
David
like
said
50
they're
to
listening
65.
anyway.
That's it. It doesn't fucking ever move.
Yeah. David's comment is embrace the overlords and come to the Alexa side. They're listening anyway. No, and that's kind of I'm like half and half, right? I was laughing when we were talking about kids doing homework. And David, you said like the kids can literally just yell the question into the air and get an answer. Because you said Alexa. I haven't done Alexa, but I do have like a Ring camera. And
So you would think if you're a teacher, you would have to just do that because it would give everyone the exact same answer, right? And then you would just write that down. And they'd be like, okay, bitches, if you guys come with the Alexa answer, I know. But get that out the first day, right?
I got my 7-year-old's like progress report today. He's like super advanced in math and everything is like working on it, needs more time or whatever. Like they want them, okay, 7. They want them writing like full on stories, like by hand, not like coming up with stories, like writing them by hand at 7. And so it's like, this needs work. And I'm like, cause he's fucking 7.
Oh.
Like surely they've heard a 7-year-old tell a story before.
You're right. Especially
right, and it continues for years.
Yeah.
No, I agree with David. I also encourage mine to cheat with tech. I completely agree with you.
Cheat with tech, yeah.
They're like, oh.
Yeah, like that was always my point. Isn't figuring out the easiest way to do it like part of the deal?
Yeah. If you're gonna have access to the technology you used to find the answer in 15 years, you're just getting ahead.
Yeah. I could memorize all that shit, or I could just go party and just put it in my calculator.
The score they give is making progress and making progress, but not yet meeting standard. Well, who gets to decide what the standard is? 1. 2, as long as there's forward motion, I don't care. And then on math, he got like exceeds everybody, and I'm like, okay, they're working on subtraction and maybe some division, and he can do it in his head.
Nice.
They're like, I'm like, okay, show. His teacher's cool. She's like, show your work on like the first one, and then if you can do the rest in your head, that's fine. So I'll take that.
Time, yeah.
Nice.
So she's cool overall. They are giving me much less of a hard time this year about the stuff that is appropriately 7-year-old, right? Like, yeah, he's not a perfect reader because he's 7, and his handwriting looks like a 7-year-old's.
Yeah, like, oh god, I remember getting fucking always yelled at for my handwriting. I'm like, fuck, come on, you kidding me?
Here at all. So yeah, that was.
I wrote it down at all.
I look at my notes. Okay, that was Tim's. Oh, Joe Riles did the canine defense demo stuff.
Oh, that looks. I saw like 5 seconds of beginning a little screenshot. It was cool.
Okay, so I'm scared of dogs. And I was at SRF. Yeah, and those dogs. What I said was I prefer my weapons to not have brains. So, but his dogs are wonderful, and it was cool that he got to do that. And I got to get to know him a little bit because he was one of our other late crew that hung in until like after 4 a.m. So that was awesome. Brian's mystery machine smoking. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. So, did anybody get a picture of that van?
I'm not seeing any. Who are you talking to?
Oh, David's making comments. Sorry.
On something I'm not seeing. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's in the comment. Comments.
So somebody had a van.
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube on one of them.
On YouTube. So somebody had a van that was completely painted tie-dye. Crazy.
Nice.
And everybody was like, that has to be Brian. I'm like,
oh, there they are. Man, my StreamYard was frozen.
Oh no. Yeah, so it was
no comments? Like screens of comments.
So
there's David.
Yeah, that crazy van was there. But yeah, it was amazing to see the
somebody
dog.
Had a hand-painted van?
Yeah. It was all tie-dye. It was like
wait. Oh, I gotta meet this person. This could be Worm. This could be the Worm person.
Whose was it? I don't remember.
I don't know. I'm hoping so. Brian's Mystery Machine smoke panel.
Yeah. It was the van.
Oh, that's
nobody
funny.
Asked for a name.
She was saying that everybody was thinking it was mine until you were told if it wasn't. That's so funny. Oh, fuck. I want to know whose mystery machine that was. They're welcome at SquatchFest. I got a free ticket for you. You can park right by the stage.
Yeah. So Joel was awesome. They're in Orlando, Florida. So if you ever want to schlep your dog to Orlando and get it trained, do it. He also does online. Cool. He does online.
How did they survive the hurricane? There was 2 of them that swiped them.
Yeah, I think they survived it pretty good.
Yeah, they're
in first hurricane SRF. They were like calling home every like couple hours to like, is the generator still above? You know, it was a test.
Yeah, and I got to hang out with Wendy too, which is Joel's wife, and she's awesome. Tons of fun. And then let's see.
Somebody posted. You said, did Wayne and his wife do the what do they do? Functional medicine or something?
They did a breakout session, which was really fun. Brian froze. It's not me. Uh-oh.
Somebody screenshot that.
Brian's real shocked.
So yeah, Wayne and Hillary did they have a physical therapy specialties, right? They both do, and they've practiced.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so they were doing they did a breakout session with that, which is funny. I was like, do you need me to guinea pig? They're like, oh yeah, can you? Because I've spent like silly number of hours in physical therapy because of all the sports I do. So like, oh yeah, you know how to make it look good. Oh yeah. So that was
yeah. And your horse injuries here and there.
Couple. So that was cool. See who else. Nicole's food preservation thing was awesome as usual.
Tell us about Sparkles.
Oh, I can't. You have to go to learn about Sparkles. That's an in-person situation.
All right. I saw she got heckled Sparkles while she was on the stage for something else. So, there's Wayne and Hillary right there. Yeah. Therapy Nexus.
I see Haley.
Hi,
Haley.
Boom. There you go.
Got to hang out with Haley, which was awesome.
Somebody was posting up their YouTubes during the weekend.
Yeah, it's Therapy Nexus. Go follow and like them. And I can tell you, so here's my endorsement. They both spotted where my injuries are just by looking at me.
By like watching you walk around.
Well, they stood me up, and as soon as they like had me move a couple things, they were like, haha, I see it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it was good. It was really fun. And then
a good massage therapy, really good, and actually can tell too.
Well, they're like real.
Walk a little bit.
They're like real physical therapy.
No, yeah, for sure. They can tell skeletal stuff.
I was earlier, but we had a little bit of I'm a massage therapist like situation, and everybody was like, no. Yeah, I mean, like Hillary and Wayne had been there the year, like they've been there before. They're regulars. It wasn't just some randos showing up and throwing down a massage table. You know what I mean? Like,
which is also welcome.
Which is also welcome, depending on who you are. But yeah, it was a little awkward. Get better as the nights went on. Well, I am so bad. I am like when I'm at Jack's, I am so in condition white. Like if there was ever a place that I'm not paying attention to anything, that it would be there.
Because everybody there is like armed to the teeth, and the dogs will like fight your face off.
Yeah, Charlie will eat your face, and that's every time I would come in, I'd be like, "Are the dogs in?" Because I don't want my face to get eaten.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw one when you were driving down the road. Like, which gates the not eat your face gate?
Not eat my face. So that was good. But yeah, I'm always really appreciative because so the guys came over and they were like, we're blocking you on purpose. I was like, oh, okay.
So, yeah, I remember when Jenny was there, people were like, oh, Jenny, hi.
Yeah, I guess it can be the other direction too.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. She's fun.
Yeah, Jenny's awesome. Jenny's had really awesome commentary in the group today. If you're in there, so let's see. That was John Pugliano did a really great financial presentation, which I can't repeat because I'm not that financially savvy.
Oh come on, was he like, run for the hills? It's a fucking like lottery.
No. It's kind of same old. So my recommendation is like if you have the gear to camp, do it. But like you better be prepared to be sub 25 degrees, I would say. So
well wait, now last year I brought my light sleeping bag and was super fine with that.
I was not at all prepared for how small amount of cold there was last year. I underdressed and I did not bring enough blankets. Like I had the insulation things in all my windows because I had to break the trip up into 2 drives and stop at a rest stop in between. So I had those for light blocking, eye blocking, and a little bit of retained heat. But man, it still gets cold.
Yeah. So
all I had was just like this small jacket all weekend. I was freaking dying.
Cold. So I would say be prepared for as low as like 20 to 25 degrees and you'll always be safe.
You will never regret packing an extra blanket.
So when I camped last year, I had like a tent heater and like a 10-degree down bag. And so I was plenty warm. I just didn't want to schlep gear this year. So I stayed in the hotel. I still had a giant check bag and barely made it in at 50 pounds bringing it home because I came home with all this stuff. So wait, okay. So the best thing I came home with, I have show and tell. Okay, so ready? I got a knife.
Nice.
Ooh. Is that a Patrick knife?
Yeah, it's a Patrick knife. Yeah. So he's making
handle.
He had the wood handle ones.
Nice.
Is that little pin in the end? Does that have like a little decoration in it? Probably, if you zoom up super close on the pin.
No, it's I forget.
Torque screw.
Torque. Oh, it's a screw. It's not a pin. Okay.
He machines these because nobody makes them the way he wants them to. So it's all hand done. They're titanium.
Titanium blade.
Yeah. No, the screws are titanium.
Okay.
So super cool. So Patrick, I buy it. Patrick hands it to me with a business card and a square of Steri strips. I'm like, what are you trying to? Patrick.
He knows.
Yeah, he does.
You won't feel it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere, and that's like.
See, I just dragged that across there. Oh yeah.
Yes, I did. So no, and then it's the Kydex, which is great, and then neck. So I really want kitchen knives from him. So he said to just email him because he does kitchen knives.
Cool.
But I'll lose a finger probably.
You mean like chef knife kind, or like
like chef
yeah,
knife.
yeah, like okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, steak knives, but that'd be cool.
Worst thing, I'm sure you do it. So that was awesome. What else did I get? I have like everything on my desk. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to share this, but I'm gonna anyway. I got a 10-year flask from TSP.
Oh,
Cool.
Nice for being a member for 10 years.
And it's for it was Jack had these made at the 10-year anniversary TSP.
Oh, nice.
So
nice that party. Yeah.
So there's only a couple left. So I got one of those, and then I got what other stuff do I have? Oh, so Jake, everybody knows Jake.
Yep.
This is he got a freeze dryer. This is freeze dried from it's like raw organic.
Is that MSG?
No, it's milk. It's powdered milk.
Oh, milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we freeze dry ours too.
He was selling MSG last one.
The 10-year was a barter blanket score. This I just bought from Jake because I wanted some. Because I always do keep like a can of powdered milk in the pantry in case like my milk goes bad or I want to take it to make hot chocolate with, like on the mountain or something. And this is like better because it's from somebody's farm. So
yeah,
that's everything. Is that everything?
Oh, was no, he buying and selling land, or was he doing insurance quotes the whole weekend?
I need to email him because I think he can. And then I got some hollow roast.
There you go.
Yeah,
nice.
My bag smells so good. I
saw a picture of her setup. She had a nice little table and boom.
Yeah, shit. I think that's everything that I got.
Drop by and go shopping.
My other hotel after TSP where I was staying by my office it's like in the parking lot of the Bass Pro Shop. So yeah,
that's what led to I was like, hunting. There's a Bass Pro like right here. You could like
but it's not like that one. That one has like way better sales and it's like a big one. And our Seattle Bass Pro is kind of shitty.
Yeah, I don't think I don't even like our Dick's over here. There's nothing anymore. Sporting goods.
Oh yeah.
All it is like Sears Light. They without washers and dryers.
Like Jake doesn't have any llamas, so I'm safe.
Jake doesn't have llamas. Oh yeah, llama semen. Oh fucking A. At least it's not ranch dressing.
Yeah, our camp food when we camped down at SRF was freeze dried ground beef, freeze dried slices of ham, and freeze dried eggs.
Backpacking food.
Yeah, and that's all stuff from our house.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's what we brought to SRF, and those freeze dried eggs, holy cow, those were good.
That's what Nicole Sauce was saying about them too.
Yeah.
So like how long does it take you to rehydrate the meat?
5 minutes.
About 5 minutes. You do it in like warm water, cold water?
Yeah.
Like
it's
rehydrate and then cook it a little?
Yeah, it's near boiling. Let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then cook it up in the skillet.
I have
give it a little extra fry because you cook it first, right? And then dehydrate or dehydrate and then cook it.
Okay, really, really good freeze-dried recipes. A friend of mine that I actually met on. Do you guys remember Backpacker magazine when it was cool, like a long time ago?
Before it got wokified.
Magazine. I'm gonna pull up her page right now, but Backpacker magazine had an old message board. And I went on there when I was starting to backpack and met all these cool people. And one of the people that I met through Backpacker and then a backpacking trip together, or a backpacker trip, we actually were base camped on that one. Her name is Sarah. She actually lives out here in the Pacific Northwest, but she's written a couple of books on trail cooking and was like the original freezer bag cooking person with the koozie and the so she has 2 books, at least 2. She probably has more and she's gonna throw things at me. Hold on. But her website is Never Free Farm. I've shared some of her stuff. But yeah, she's up here in the Pacific Northwest.
Freeze dried recipes.
Yeah, so I'm all
Hey, if you're hiking mountains, if you're hiking anywhere, ounces matter. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Did she change her website? Okay, so now I'm confused. But Sarah's awesome, and she has all of those freeze. Like everybody's getting a freeze dryer. She has awesome recipes that are good.
I hear you can make money freeze drying Skittles.
Well, I'm confused.
Wasn't that Nicole's racket originally to pay off her machine? Was she just sold freeze dried Skittles like for a month or
we
three?
may or may not have done that already, along with saltwater taffy.
Oh, how was the saltwater taffy?
What's the saltwater taffy? Do explode out into like?
Yeah, it kind of blows up and then turns into like the freeze dried ice cream. It's really good, and you don't have all the mess.
Right. Less dust and stuff. Just stays
well,
in chunks.
With ice cream, you run the risk of it blowing up because it thaws out a little bit, and then when it goes to vacuum it blows up inside the machine and makes a mess. So with the saltwater taffy, you actually less of a risk of that happening, and it is pretty close to freeze dried ice cream.
That sounds awesome.
Boom.
Yeah, we may or may not have some coming up for sale soon.
Yum.
Yeah,
Tradable. V for V.
So her book website is Trail Cooking. It's literally trailcooking.com. She has.
Have you tried coffee yet? Freeze dried coffee? Oh, that's a question from the YouTube.
Not good.
Nate, have you tried coffee?
We've seen it, and we're probably going to do it. Next up that we're going to do, we got a batch running right now, which I'm assuming maybe I could text Aaron and find out what it is that's running in there. But our next one, she's going to do freeze dried rice and see if it turns into and you smash it up. She wants to see if it turns into like cream of rice. Because that's real hard to find up here.
Yeah, you got that baby food or cereal. Bam.
Yeah. Well, she likes cream of rice, so it's just expensive and hard to find.
So is my wife. It's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a texture thing.
I am getting
so I'm told.
so many spam calls lately. I just can't handle it. It's like
spam calls.
Yeah, it's bad. Like a lot.
Yeah, there was some like be kind tweet on Facebook the other day. I was like, yeah, unless you're a telecaller to my do not call cell phone, then you're getting nuked.
So that was
raw milk is what's in our freeze dryer right now.
Okay, that's
raw milk. Nice.
Yep.
Okay, does freeze drying pasteurize milk? Or you know what I mean?
I don't
could
know.
a pathogen survive the freeze drying experience? Or would they?
You'll have the answer.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have the heat. It when it goes to dry it, the machine pops up to about 120 degrees. So, in theory, maybe.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah. And don't listen to anything we tell you to do and bet your life on it because we're just guessing and we're just poking around. Hey, look, it's Jackie.
When we do our 2% milk, when you can it, it'll turn into like whole milk. So that might be a little bit different, and when you do whole milk, it turns into like heavy whipping cream. Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, here we go. Canning, canning does. It goes in the wrong color.
Yeah, there's Aaron's with
that's
what she says.
I don't get the whole like canning milk thing. Doesn't it go rancid?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I mean, you can't. I mean, if you had a commercial press canner, like the Mormons have, you could can milk, but
right. Yeah, we freeze dry it now. We stopped canning it now that we have the freeze dryer here. So.
I mean, I know everybody's like, be a canning rebel. Don't follow the guidelines. I'm like, no, but I don't care about the guidelines. Literally, you can can milk and put it on your shelf for a year and open it. It'll be rancid. Like, just smell it. Like, I don't know if that idea is planted by like trolls to like mess people up, because anybody who's been canning for 5 seconds knows that like just can one and find out. Like, you could try it yourself, right?
Like
Yeah,
human bacon, try it. You'll know.
If I remember, she was canning 2% for like coffee creamer
Yeah, that's
and then
totally
making her own. And
That-
it
I mean, if
great.
you use it, it's fine. But people are like, I'm gonna can milk for long-term storage. And I'm like, you're gonna get a surprise when the power goes out. Is what you're gonna get.
Try one before you bet the farm on it.
Yeah. Or buy a freeze dryer and do it all and save money in the long run.
Don't tempt me. They're on sale.
Do it.
Jack or Jared over there.
Howdy.
Oh, Jackie, you're all.
You've been abducted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a call. I'm gonna mute.
It could be my StreamYard.
I'm not sure what it is.
Oh, I don't know. Now she's back.
Yep. Now we're back.
Da-da-da. Oh, you are roboting. Maybe turn your video to a lower quality video? Or turn your mic down a tiny bit if it's a powered mic? And now you're off. My favorite album was Chipmunk's Christmas. Oh my god, I fucking tortured my parents with that like for years.
That was me taking a phone call. Is what that was. It irritates me, and like to your point, Brian, about the flaky EDM people that didn't show up, like. So what
they're not flaky. They're not flaky. They're EDM people. I love them.
I do, but like, just text me and tell me you're not coming.
Oh yeah. It was pretty fluid. It was like, when do you get up? We'll roll over there,
But now, when you make an appointment with like a doctor's office, they like blow up your phone wanting you to confirm. And I'm like, did I make this appointment? Yes, I did. I will let you know if I'm not coming. Stop texting me.
Should be simple.
Yeah, you would. I mean, you're gonna charge me $50 if I no show. So why do you care?
Yeah, you almost prefer the no show.
Like, you get to take an hour off. Fucking hey, where's my
So I totally want a freeze dryer, but I'm in a couple of like rebel canning groups, and the South people are like, yeah, you should totally can that. I'm like, no, you should not. Like, I mean, physics and the like laws of thermodynamics are work. And you can like people are like,
it seems pretty self-regulatory.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat that. Now I know
you gotta clean up.
I know that like in the UK they do this and the Amish do this, but in there they're like, you can totally water bath meat. I'm like, well, you can, but we have these things called a pressure canner. And you can do it in the pressure canner and be sure that you won't get botulism. Look, there might not be botulism in your meat to begin with. And you can
come on, live on the edge. You don't got a fucking wingsuit either.
You could pickle the meat.
You could pickle the meat.
Then you can water bath it.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Checkmate, rebel canners.
Totally agree. I would eat that. But like now I'm scared.
I still refrigerate it.
You got to make a T-shirt for Rebel Canners. Oh my god! Come on,
it's just like an open jar and stink coming off of it.
How about like two big tailpipes coming out?
Yeah.
And we have a medium freeze dryer with the Premier pump.
Okay.
It's gone back for service once. They worked with us. It was no problem. It costs $0 out of pocket to have it shipped back. It was a 3-week turnaround.
That's awesome.
It's back here working now, and we've got 3 batches through it. We got 38 batches originally through it before we had a problem. And I'm not going to complain. We bought it going into it, knowing that we're going to have to deal with stuff like this. Things may break. There's maintenance involved. If you go in with that, then yeah, by all means, buy one. And if you have a Tractor Supply by you, they sell them there. So,
doesn't one of the guys have a Tractor Supply code or hookup or discount?
Yeah, Brian does online. Lots Project.
And then my friend Sarah that I mentioned, I think, doesn't Thrive sell them also?
I don't know.
No. maybe it
Tractor
wasn't.
Supply, you can't hardly beat their price ever.
Well, she's got a Black Friday like affiliate link deal on her site too. I'll have to find it again.
Nice. Hey Jackie, test your mic now that your video's off.
No.
No.
Yeah,
No, it's still the
you're
same, unfortunately.
Fast and high and chopped out.
Yeah.
Hopefully you are fast and high and chopped out. No, she's been taking a break. She's been being good.
Oh, Harvest Right is who has them right now.
Yeah, that's what we have. We have a Harvest Right medium.
Yeah, they have a Black Friday sale going on right now with the Premier pump included.
How much?
It is. I have to scroll down.
Is the Premier pump a higher pressure pump? Is that the deal?
You can run it more batches without changing the oil.
Without changing.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it internal
Premier
oil?
pump included medium, $26.95.
That's cheap.
Is it good? Because it says it says list price is like $31.95.
Yeah, I think we paid $3,200 or $3,400 ship for ours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this, I don't know about shipping. I should figure that out.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, it's coming LTL, so be prepared for that.
Oh
And-
yeah, I know. It's fine.
Little pallet.
They can drop it in my driveway and then I can use it.
Just make sure you check that thing top to bottom, left to right, because ours came back with a little dent in the top.
Oh, nope, not acceptable.
We didn't catch it until 4 or 5 hours later, but Aaron did a quick walk around. It looked fine, but I've seen them where they are smashed, like not even
set a pallet on top, and it doesn't.
Yeah, like the front screen's knocked out, the doors knocked off.
Yeah, I've had stuff like that happen. Shipping stuff for eBay.
Yeah.
I had this awesome, it was like probably from like 95, 96, this Pioneer 100 CD mixer.
Oh yeah.
It was like a big, it's basically like, I don't know, 20 by 16 inches by like probably 8 inches tall. I packed it up, just like shoved as much everything in there as I could. And the guy got it. Luckily it was only going to like, I'm in South Carolina. He was in like Virginia. So it was like a day of transit. And somebody at FedEx put a fucking, what's it called? Like the fork of a forklift through it.
Right.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got paid the full value of the sale plus the shipping that I had to pay for. So I came out ahead in the end after the headache.
Yeah.
But it was unfortunate because I'd considered keeping it and I threw it up for just a stupid amount and it sold. So then I had to pull all 100 CDs out of it and get it packed up.
On one of a kind items, it fucking blows because they don't get it. But like on a Jackie's sitting us on the private chat, her internet's just shitting on her. But like on a commodity where you're just making more as a sales rep, holy fuck! I had a semi load of jerky get stolen coming out of California.
Oh no,
dude, that's $500,000.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Guess who got to sell it again? Because the invoice is still open. The insurance company paid my company, right? So I got credit for the fucking sale because it left the plant on a truck, and I got credit for the next sale. Boom! I was like seriously in Vegas going, fuck, I wonder how much these guys are. I gotta find one of these dudes. Cutting it tight on a quarter as a rep. Like, hey, you guys need some jerky? I'll tell you when the shipment's going out.
Jack was talking about how years ago they had done a run of custom knives, I think, for a workshop.
Yeah, that's how Patrick started his company.
Yeah.
But like a bunch of them got stolen in shipping.
Oh, fuck, I didn't realize that.
And then they tried to sell them.
Numbered.
They were numbered, and they tried to sell them on eBay, and they were like super rare. And Jack was like, "Yeah, they're real fucking rare." And apparently, they worked with like some alphabet soup agency and got like a huge like theft ring taken down. Based on we know exactly where these were stolen from, and then found the eBay listing and could like close the circle. I was like, that's kind of fantastic.
Yeah, you gotta be smarter than that if you're gonna be.
Oh, the custom Swiss Army knives, David.
Okay. It was you know what it was? Yeah, because he had those numbered or whatever, so they were serialized. But yeah,
now I want one.
It was probably a mail theft because he was getting pissed because people were stealing all the silver. Because it was like, hey, just mail me 2 coins back in the day. Like, or I think when it got to $40, it was like, mail me a coin. Yeah, no. And like anything that felt like silver, they stole.
Fuckers.
Yeah, he's like, no, put it between two pieces of cardboard. Like, don't.
Yeah, it should have been obvious from the start. Yeah, don't spend 2 stamps mailing $40.
Yeah, here's all my silver.
There you go.
Is that a big old block?
Balcock.
It's a 3D printed SOE cock.
Nice.
Nice. You turned it into a 3D printer.
It's got a couple silver rounds in there, but I got it from SOE when I was down at SRF.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I'm in on Lot's project round 2.
Same here.
Yeah,
I got his round 1
Send
here.
that guy's information to somebody.
Which guy?
The silver guy. I'm supposed to send the silver guy's information to somebody. I don't remember.
Uh-oh.
He's on television.
Dowie. I'm supposed to send it to Dowie. That's what I'm supposed to send it to.
Oh, nice. Is he going to make something for
I think maybe, yeah.
podcast or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in on Brian's second run, and I have Tim's first run.
Yep, I got Tim's first run as well.
I did the patches. I was like, oh,
Same here.
Okay, here, Jackie's coming back, and her video looks way more fluid this time.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it looks way better.
Camera up.
Well, it does look better.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's see.
Better?
Oh,
Yeah,
much better.
there we go.
Better chicken dinner?
Way better.
Yay.
Was it shit internet at your other place?
It's shit internet everywhere I am. It's like I have like some brainwave thing that like makes everything shitty.
You're
It's
too
the
powerful.
universal constant. Oh.
Yeah.
No electronics like sometimes.
No, electronics are like, fuck you, Jackie.
Chicken Joe, she goes near electronic shit. It just fucking.
Yeah, same thing. And birds attack me. It's the weirdest thing. Like birds like come out of the woodwork to try and like dive bomb me. I've been attacked by a penguin, a flamingo, chickens, turkeys, turkey hawks, vultures. You name it. someone attacked me.
They're just bad versions. They're V1s.
Oh my
Ones. That's awesome.
We had to explain birds aren't real to a couple of people this weekend.
That's always a fun conversation, isn't it?
We really do have like drones the size of flies.
Yeah, but I've like it's not all birds. Like I've eaten one. So,
I've eaten
No,
a
it
drone
was-
too.
It was swapped out before you swallowed.
That's right. Yeah.
Someone posted a bumper sticker that said, "Don't fucking talk to me until I've completely finished eating this 2007 Honda Accord." And I was like, "All right."
Let me know when you're done.
A weird line to draw.
Why an Accord? Like tastier than a Kia.
That's what car they were driving. So I mean, weird flex.
Oh, I did take issue with a statement that was made over the weekend, and I thought of you, Brian, and I couldn't stop laughing to explain why. But they're like, kratom is non-habit forming, and you cannot get addicted to it. I said, so Brian has a podcast episode that you should all listen to, and that is all I'm going to say about it.
Be like, if you say that, I'm going to put you in a car with somebody for 36 hours on the come down. And when you get to like New York with them, then you like record a podcast and tell me about the experience.
And you tell me about it. And I was like, that is not accurate.
And then, you know what? And then we'll take somebody like completely physically addicted to like Budweiser and we'll have them pick them up in Philly and we'll throw them in and they'll do the 36 hours back the other way. And then they can tell us if there was a difference.
I would watch that Real World for real.
Oh, that is anybody wants that idea, $1 million, I'll produce it for you.
Right.
I'll help write it. Badass.
Well, they were Dr. Barry who had that whole thing with Jack where they were gonna lock 3 people like in a basement that were
It's like Biggest
completely
Loser,
for
proper
90
diet
days. No.
addiction.
Like you were locked in the basement and all they were gonna feed you was like eggs, beef, cheese, like meat tallow, right? That was it.
Yeah.
By the book. You haven't seen the sun. You haven't eaten a vitamin. You haven't nothing, right? You should have like super crashed vitamin D, no C, getting scurvy, all that. Dr. Barry's thing is you'll come out of that better off than going in just eat the meat because the animal ate all that shit for you. But he wanted to produce it with like $1 million producers and like high-end budget and lots of doctors. I was like, dude, it's a basement film. Just get me out of this thing. I'll make it happen for you by tomorrow.
Very Blair project.
And Jake was like, you can lock me up. I'm like, you can lock me up too, but I think we're the same ethno class. Chubby old white guy doesn't work. We need more diversity in sound.
Funny though.
Oh yeah, shit! Just think how much money you'd make on the stream locking us up in a basement for 90 days. Like,
I mean,
just
Dr. Barry
24-hour Twitch stream.
Yeah, Dr. Barry has the whole sheep farm. I mean, surely we could just put like a.
It can't be that hard to bury a couple of containers and chuck some dudes in there.
So during Tim's presentation on home automation, he started talking about farm applications. And
I thought we were going to like dungeon doors and shit.
No, we are. Hold on, we're getting there. And so he's like, Dr. Barry asked a question about applying that to farms, and I said, so you should RFID your sheep, so you can watch them run.
Wow. Okay.
But you can make it so they can open like barn doors and stuff if they have like auto.
There's a little ear tag.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, we ought to do that to some of those ladies that stand in the doorways and gab.
Yeah.
Have them like move.
The door just shuts.
Yeah.
Or just at least bumps them in the ass. Like, come on now.
Come on, get the fuck out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah, like the amount differentiation of like hallway and like room.
You can. Yeah.
Doorway.
Like it. Man, I'd be tagging everybody like, hold still, lady. I gotta tag your ear.
Trank darting them.
Stop moving.
David, that's right. David has this great idea where you RFID your clothes hangers.
Oh.
I think that was brilliant.
For what purpose?
What purpose?
That I didn't get the purpose. I was like, I got where you were going with it.
Whatever shirt you want to wear.
Steal his
Oh no, yours is automated, huh, David? It does it move?
Oh wait, clothes hangers. Oh
yeah.
Yeah. Why the fuck do you think if somebody steals it, they're going to steal the hanger?
No. I think his closet is actually automated. It can be like, it's fucking cold, and it'll be like, wear this.
But then you have to pay attention when you're putting laundry away, and that's where I would fuck it up.
Yeah, you got to put everything on the right hanger.
Yeah.
Wait, I want a drone that flies to the bed and picks the one out of the pile, like from.
Yeah, that's right. David has a closet. His closet is like totally. It tells him what to wear based on schedule and weather, which I think is great because I have the same problem where I can either be like today, I worked from home all day. And the only thing I had to leave the house for was to take my son to school. So I definitely had on like leggings and a long sleeve black shirt. And I can do video conferences all day and that. Sometimes I have to actually leave my house. Or sometimes it's like, hey, you're riding today. You need to put on riding pants and leave the house. So that would be helpful for me because if it told me based on my schedule what I'm supposed to be wearing, that would be great.
Yeah, it wouldn't help me at all. I also work from home, and the only time people who are not my wife see me are things like this where it doesn't matter. I've been wearing this hoodie for 3 days.
See? Exactly.
I leave the house like once a week.
Same.
So I have to leave the house.
I always forget how strange it is that I answer the door like in the unicorn top.
I'm dying to answer the door like the naked guy from Grandma's Boy, like just completely fucking nude.
I was trying to explain the suits, the onesies with the characters, and they're like, so is it like furry? I said, no.
We're furry affiliated, but not.
Yeah, there you go. That's better.
If I remember next week, I'll wear my onesie in solidarity with you, Brian.
Furry adjacent, but not adjacent. So weird.
Furry adjacent. I fucking love it.
Well, there is camp 18 and over, which furries can do what they want. It's the woods.
Well, right. If you want to, if you want to go do, that's fine. But we just like.
But
to
it's
put
like
on
going out in a deer suit in deer season, right? Like you're going in furry costumes, like I'll see you.
I mean, best of luck.
Yeah, don't identify as a deer this time of year.
No, because I'll put you in the freezer.
We were running around last time because it was fall, and then I was like, holy shit, I'm in a brown costume trucking through the woods. Hillbillies hunt at night.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we got to move this to summer. Like summer festival.
Yeah.
Man,
So
if I-
the story is like Brian always shows up in a different like character onesie. And so how did that get started? Was that just going to fish stuff?
No, well, that's a long story. When we were doing the festival, I was just like, we needed something fun. And we go thrift store shopping like every week looking for $1 planters to plant shit in to like print money. Yeah, thrift stores. Oh, so yeah, then I just noticed how cheap they were and they're warm. When you live in a greenhouse all summer long over 100 degrees, when the fall comes, it's a little chilly. So yeah, one of my 5 layers for the first 6 months to get used to cold weather.
So it really did just randomly start for SquatchFest. And so I have like, I get them on Poshmark when I see ones that I want. So I have like a llama, I have a baby Yoda, I have the dinosaur from the year we were all dinosaurs for Halloween.
I want an Ewok village. When we finally get up to tree houses with the little like rope thingies, the bridges, we're doing an Ewok. Like, rah.
That's how you know you've made it. Yeah. That's the peak of SquatchFest right there. It's downhill after that.
100%.
Well, okay, that has to happen. There have to be races with electric vehicles on the outer track while we're live gambling worldwide with light, on Lightning Network from the main stage. When that all fucking happens once, retire.
Fuck yes.
Oh yeah, it will happen. That just means I get to go sit in a lawn chair and enjoy it.
We're gonna have our spot. We're gonna have our founders, the deck that there's a great spot on the track where it's gonna look like down and you'll be able to see the racers coming down and then like back up. It's gonna be a really good spot. And we're gonna have our like founders deck hangout area and just watch.
The bar.
That's right.
The upper perimeter bar.
Yeah.
Might be more hookahs than alcohol. But
yeah, probably.
To each their own.
I'm good with that.
I always buy alcohol and never drink it. It was a great barter blanket item. I took notes this year. I'm like, I should bring this for the barter blanket, and I should bring this for the barter blanket. Super fun.
Yeah, I was completely unprepared last year, and I just brought a few things and took the chance and came out way better than I expected to.
Yeah.
Gotta be
I brought a few things to Nicole's, and we left with some good stuff. So I was happy with that.
I was tripping too hard last year on the barter blanket, and I totally bun myself out, and I left half my shit there by the fire.
Oh man, yeah. Brian had a blunt like this big.
Oh.
Everybody was getting used out of.
I didn't understand. Like, if
there was a lot more bidding as it went on.
There was a lot.
So you guys know in History of the World when they're taking off in the chariot and trying to get away from the Romans, and they're like rolling papyrus. We need. That's what happened.
Don't try to smoke something with a 1-inch suction hole. You'll just cough yourself out. It's not possible. Yeah, fuck.
You can nurse it a little bit.
Yeah, I think half of that went to the bonfire gods.
Oh,
yeah, that was something else.
That's
to have to two-hand a blunt was a new experience for me.
I've been saving that paper too for like 2 years. I was like, oh fuck yeah, I know where I'm part of this. Oh, that was so funny.
Oh, there was
just a parody for you internet cops.
Yeah.
John, what day was that?
It really happened.
Oh yeah. That was not around any particular fire.
Not at all. No, not any particular fire. It was a hypothetical fire.
Oh my God. So my morning show, I've been like saying that I've been down in El Salvador broadcasting from the new Bitcoin City construction site on the side of the volcano for like a couple days. And then I just changed to like Guatemala to like, I wanted to go down to check the coffee outbound shipments and harvest and shit. Oh my God. So Chicken Joe's like, holy fuck, your ex is gonna listen to that and think you're like a baller rolling around with Bitcoin money. Like, oh my god.
I have to, when I start talking about Bitcoin, I have to go, okay, it's not that much Bitcoin. It's not like I don't even have one Bitcoin. It's this much of a Bitcoin. Okay,
That's how much I have.
Yeah. Exactly. It's enough to pay for a PT evaluation at Jack's by people that are bartering for Bitcoin, but it is not enough to do anything else. Small scale. Oh, so the other session that I forgot to mention was
though. That's the beauty.
Beckendorf did tactical versus tactical.
If you got Cash App or whatever, just pay people.
Yeah, Cash App, Venmo. But yeah, there was tactical versus tactical, which was a good presentation, which is what I mean, Brian, you already know this, is like, get the functional thing, not the Save Queen for $8,000. Like, you know, it was all stuff that we teach in our like firearms classes and stuff, but it was really good because it might have been you. There was also I'm about to get inundated here. There's also a thing where we did Ask Me How I Know, which is like tell a thing that like you found out by screwing it up, and then it's like Ask Me How I Know. So I didn't get to do it. I'll do it next year. But every time I went out to the porta potties, the lids were up. And so I kept coming out going, ask me how I know none of you people are actual carriers. Because guess what? The procedure is lid down, pants down, lid up, do whatever, lid down, pants up. And why is because you'll lose your carry gun in the toilet. And I heard it happen at Front Sight one year.
Oh, geez.
They'd already said.
I've never even had a close call. I didn't know there was a procedure.
So yeah, my trick, here's my trick. Undo the belt, undo the clasp, take your boxers out of your pants and flip it over the top of the gun.
Oh, that's
clever. And then you can drop the drawer. So if you're in a stall,
it holds it.
Well, nobody in the next stall over sees the gun in the holster when you drop your pants down to the floor.
Yeah.
Smart.
That's smart. I like that.
Super smart. Mm-hmm. I have a buddy that lost his phone while camping. He dug a hole and his phone went in the hole in the shit. And he was like cleaning all the shit out of all the little holes that your phone has. I was like, buddy, what the fuck are you taking your phone to shit for while you're camping? What the fuck?
He's checking Facebook scroll.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Phones don't work up here.
I'm about to have a special guest behind my chair here.
That potty strap that somebody posted.
There's a thing you can put on your belt. Well, really, the better way to do it is just to have a belt that doesn't drop your holster. But no, it's like this. You need to do bullhorns.
Like one of those like
you're rocking. You rocking out. No, just one hand. Rock. Come on, do it. You know, you got it. Oh, you won't do it. All right.
Not feeling it. You're a deer now.
I'm a deer now.
A 3-pointer.
Yeah, this one behind me is always mad when I go to Jack's without him, buddy.
Didn't John bring his family down, or she was?
We got to meet Baby Dowie. I was excited.
Who's Dowie?
John Dowie. You've seen Dowie on the podcast before.
He's more like a baby, way more of a baby than you.
Little, yeah. There's Josh. Hi.
What's up? Josh is back home.
Closed location next to the volcano.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I've been listening as I drive. So
okay. Oh no popcorns. Oh,
Brian, hey, where's the other Brian? He bitch out.
Wait, hey, where's your gel blast?
His internet wasn't working.
What does full auto look like?
That sounds like an excuse. He has Starlink.
I know.
I'll tell you later.
Star fell out of the sky or something.
Right. Elon fails us again.
Yeah.
We got a solar storm and I lost another 50 satellites.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Hey Nate, I was listening. So you when you're talking about shipping silver and you were talking about 3D printers. I was like, dude, why don't you print 3D print a case that looks like a DVD case that holds the silver around, and you can ship it.
Well,
and people think it's a DVD.
Yeah. So
you can do that, dude. Sell that shit.
This is what I was talking about. This little 3D printed cockpit I got from SOE. It opens up and there's 5 or 6 coins in here.
Yeah, it's badass.
So-
But no, it thought of me like, what's the most common thing that's mailed? Like cases,
DVD
for
case.
media
Yeah.
shit. Nobody's going to steal a DVD out of the mail.
Right.
I mean, they could, but probably not.
Yeah, you just got to make sure to tape them down in there so they don't rattle.
Yeah.
Right. But
if you got
no,
that heavy
3D
rattle, there's
no,
going to
but
be
if you
some
3D
suspicion.
print it right, 3D print it so it actually holds the coin,
You'd
like
have
made to hold a coin.
specific coin. Think
Yeah,
about
but it'd be cheaper and easier just to go to Goodwill and get a DVD case for
Or even a CD case.
Oh, what if you printed like
It's
a
a hole.
shim, a holder that holds
Like a little
the silver
insert.
coin in a regular CD case,
Yeah.
like just an insert.
Yeah.
There's
See,
bound to
but-
be something already made that fits it for
Yeah,
board
yeah,
games or
and-
something.
I'm
And
trying
that's
to
my
make
thought process.
money here.
Well, I mean, all right. So here's the thing. If I tie up a 3D printer, a
Right.
print like that's going to be what, 6-7 hours?
fuck, you can't. Yeah. When you sell that.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't have to
Okay,
fill it in that
okay,
much.
okay.
It could be
But
lightly
Nate, how
infilled.
much
Right.
money is your 3D printer making you right now? Are you like printing shit you're selling? Because if you could
No,
make
I'm not.
something that you could
Yeah.
actually market a product, you
Yeah,
could maybe
that's
make
true.
that print time worth something.
On this conversation,
Mm.
it is completely illegal to manufacture and sell parts for firearms.
I've heard that.
I've
I would
never
do that.
Never done that,
I would never do that.
and
I
don't
don't own
do
a
it.
3D printer
Don't do that.
well,
or Bitcoin.
I was
We-
thinking
I-
like covers for lawnmowers.
I live in Illinois, so even doing that's illegal anyway. So I don't do that.
If you live in Illinois or California, breathing is probably illegal.
Yes.
Not yet.
Probably.
In
We're getting
California,
there.
it
Not
is
yet.
not illegal to manufacture parts that aren't.
Really? It's not?
No.
Surprisingly.
It's not in Colorado either because I do what the fuck I want.
You tell it.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into
Don't
it.
read the book. You're not supposed
Yeah,
to read the
yeah.
book. When they say read the fucking book, they don't mean that one.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got a live spammer, guys.
Oh,
I
we
got
got
a
You?
good one.
Live spammer?
Scammer.
Invite him on the show.
Does he
Oh
got
my
a
God.
Forex account he wants us to help him with?
I don't know. I got it from. It came out at the. I'm
Pickle
gonna
Pete
tell you.
Picks.
Send
Pickle
them
Pete.
the
I'll do
StreamYard
some
link.
picking.
Send them the join link.
Right there.
I am the worst with spammers. I am probably the devil to them because I tell them you have 5 minutes to block me, otherwise I'm gonna find you. And then the last lady, I was like, I'm walking up your stairs right now. I can smell your perfume. I'm coming to get you. And then like another message, I put something like, what are you cooking your kids for dinner? Like I like totally
Oh my
freak them the
gosh.
fuck out. I am
That'd be a great
super.
sentence if you put a dash in there.
I'm
I
the
think,
devil.
uh,
Okay.
I think me and the Bryans have like this running bet for whoever can actually get a spammer to send us Bitcoin first.
No, any amount of money,
Wins.
more than
It-
$1 has to
Anything,
be.
yeah. As long as we can get them to send us money for
Anything.
our financial schemes, then we win.
I just tell them I wanna like eat them. And I'm coming to eat them. I'm like,
Bacon.
So this guy is asking me to explain what the Survival Podcast group is talking about.
Oh, okay. Same person messaged me too.
Oh yeah.
What are they talking
If
about?
you need an
Revolution.
explanation, you're not fit to survive. You are the weakest link.
Or
Goodbye.
you could
You are
say
the
human bacon.
So I just pasted a link to thesurvivalpodcast.com and
I
no
don't know.
context.
He's a
And-
handsome middle-aged fella. Looks
Yeah.
Euro.
I say
A couple
human-
trekking poles.
Yep.
Very
Probably
German.
real.
You know,
Just gonna
I
block.
hesitate to ever be that guy or say that, but just send me the guy's information and I'll send him a dick pic. It may not be my
Oh.
help.
Oh, I just blocked him.
Right
I
up.
just blocked him.
Oh, that'd be a cock block.
Oh,
that's
Oh,
hilarious.
man.
Patty.
Yep, Patty,
I'm
Patty, you're
such a
gonna have to send
fan.
it over. I just blocked him.
yeah, it's done.
Oh my god!
I'll be back in a minute,
send him
guys.
A dick pic.
Do you
Oh,
think
I'll
he
post this-
will
I'll
live
post
on
this
the
thing
air?
in the
It
comments.
doesn't
Hold on.
have to be your own. You can just
Oh,
send
yeah.
them the picture. I
Oh,
mean,
I got a
come
good
on.
tranny one. Hold on.
Add a contact block user. How do I get his whatever?
Oh shit!
What's his username on Telegram?
I'm gonna.
Oh, hey, everybody listening, go to this guy's Telegram.
Oh, I'm from Canada, and you? No, you're not. You're clearly like German. Stop.
Hello, eh?
German. He's
Hello, Canadian.
probably Russian.
Oh,
I mean, in reality, he's probably Russian, but I mean, his picture is like a very European trekker.
Russian or like
Nigerian,
Africa, more likely Central Africa, maybe South America, maybe.
You could send me mine or his information to me also, and I could try and eat him.
I just put it in the host
Right,
chat.
calm down there with the cannibalism.
I can't help it. I'm just like, eat the week.
You need a meal. I mean, apparently you're just hungry.
We make you a steak. I mean,
I just ate some soup. That was pretty good.
I sent you seasoning. Put it in meat and make food. Goddamn.
I don't have 5 pounds of meat just laying around.
Jesus,
we're gonna get the attachment.
I can't send you
where's
the meat
Brian
too.
when we need him?
so we just to do a freezer.
It took 2.5 weeks to send the seasoning. The meat's not going to be good by the time it gets there, Jackie.
Well, yeah, that's true. Although I got a couple neighbors that I wouldn't mind eating. So
I ship coffee.
There you go.
Monday,
Season your neighbors.
Season the neighbor.
Hashtag season the neighbors.
Hashtag season the neighbor. See, that's like the answer for everything. Like, I just feel like if you're going to act like my food, I'm going to eat you.
Don't slow down. We got our custom spice mix.
Well, I'm trying. Have you tried it yet, Brian?
No, I got to get the attachment and the sausage stuffer for
there
the.
you go. Hey, that other one I sent though, that like barbecue chicken shit, that goes good on all kinds of stuff.
He didn't say what it was. It was like cock sauce or something.
No, it says rooster dust. It doesn't say cock sauce. Dude, I just use that like on like poultry or chicken, or it works good on like a pork chop. Just like throw it on like a seasoning
for the face.
Yeah, it's like a barbecue seasoning.
Okay, so I could chuck it in a burger.
Just throw it on whatever. Yeah, I mean you can throw it on
whatever. Okay, now I know how to use it. I was like, I wonder what we do.
The sausage seasoning, follow the instructions. The other shit, that's like steak seasoning. Toss that on whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope we get ours before Saturday because that's when we get our hunt.
I hope so. If not, I will send some shit to you so you guys can make some sausage. But yeah,
Josh doesn't understand.
Yeah, that's going to be
the bubble pack.
Hey, I'm shocked it actually made it there. Okay, I gave up. I was like,
they torn up.
It's gone. It's gone. But
you can tell I've been to like the indecision department a few times.
like 75% of people got their shit. I'm like, okay, well, it worked. I gave up for like a week and then it worked. So now, I'll give it to the end of the week and I'll send some more out to like the 2 people that didn't get it. So the 2 people who haven't gotten it are in Illinois and Texas.
Sorry.
Texas.
That's like
you seriously, I could have drove it 2.5 hours north and dropped it at a doorstep. I mean,
anybody going that way,
right?
Hey, so if you missed TSP, everybody's posting they got sick.
Oh, I know. It sounded like.
What did you bring?
It wasn't me. I wasn't sick. I didn't.
I don't know. You probably don't want to like name names. I was curious. Who was the like naysaying little bitch?
That we got to know earlier, but she doesn't know.
So what happened was, hold on 1 second. I have a 7-year-old behind me. Stand by.
Okay.
Wait, speaking of that, no. She doesn't know we just referenced him on the spot.
That's hilarious. When I lived in Chicago, I worked in a real estate office, and we hadn't gotten our mail in months. Like no mail, nothing was coming in. And I called I kept calling, trying to figure out where the fuck our mail was. And finally, what I did was I called the 1-800, the national post office number, and I told them that everyone was dead and it was festering and everyone was dead in the office and we weren't getting our mail and really someone needed to check it out. And like about 2 hours later, I got cuffed by Homeland Security and taken away.
Is that how you ended up in the pokey in Chicago? Oh my God, from the real estate office. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You never told the rest of that story.
You prank called the feds.
I did not prank call. I wasn't getting my mail, and the only explanation was they were dead. Like that was the only thing that made sense to me. But after I got bailed out by my boss, we never not got our mail. We got our mail.
Well, I bet you got your mail along with all the lawsuits and all of the fucking subpoenas.
Oh, that's me. I got my mail, didn't I?
The question I had to ask from the 7-year-old, or had to answer for the 7-year-old behind me. He was just verifying that the correct procedure was chamber check, mag check. Okay. So, but
fair enough.
Yeah, right. So I want a sticker for parenting. He's writing it in his notebook.
He goes to sleep right at 9 o'clock, even though there's a festival.
He sure fucking does. And Brian has watched this happen like 4 times in a row. It is 9 o'clock
when you get up.
Yep, it is 9 o'clock.
Come back out.
Dean goes to bed. He goes to bed. The rave continues until 4 a.m. He sleeps through it, including the fireworks.
That'd be my kid too.
Yeah.
But now we do fireworks earlier, so we can get it.
Now we did some earlier, so he was awake. Yeah, we did. So I don't know who the little bitch was at the workshop because I am a whiner now. Well, no, I'm not a whiner. I am a whiner, but not because of that. I had no intention of chopping trees, which Jack said was fine. He's like, if you don't want to chop trees, you don't have to. So I slept in. And
I just know somebody that I know had posted some I'm hoping joking comments in some groups about how maybe I could like have people spend a lot of money and come to my workshop and do all my yard work for me. And I think that's a great idea. Ask me how I know. And I didn't know they were going to the workshop, and I assumed based on the comment they had. And I'm really hoping it's not the person I thought, because I was like, dude, that's shitty if it was.
So somebody did get pissed and blew out. It was a couple, I think, got pissed and blew out. Yeah. But the thing is, like, there are a lot of damn people that don't know how to do this and have never seen it done. Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're there to learn, and you, like you said, it was optional. You didn't have to do it. More than they forced you to. You didn't pay to do it. You paid for the opportunity to go learn along with people if you wanted to.
Exactly.
If you wanted to. Yeah.
If you wanted to stand there and watch, that was allowed too. I didn't even.
Nobody sat there with the whip and made you.
You could literally get a beer and a lawn chair and watch.
Yeah, and I did.
Literally.
Somebody might call you a bitch, but that's between you and them.
Yeah. I can take it. Oh, give me a big fat ass.
I was there with my heated vest. Okay.
Heated vest. Oh, yeah.
You know how they did just on her phone.
Dr. Barry's like,
you brought a heated vest.
You are currently feeling 87 degrees.
It was 28 degrees.
It was cold, but you brought a heated vest to Texas.
Fuck yeah. I knew it was going to be cold. I can read a forecast. So Gary looks at me. He's like, is that
I don't even own a heated vest, and I live in Texas.
You're fucking it up.
Skiing boots
once. No, I actually bought the vest for horse shows, because when you're sitting on your horse waiting for your turn, freezing to death. And then you go in and you start sweating so you can turn it off. Go in, do your 20 minutes, come out, turn it back on, because you're just all you wear at those shows is a thin show coat and a collared shirt.
I drive a car instead of ride a horse, because I can actually have heat and air conditioning and everything like that. It's like really fucking sweet. Costs less too.
Yeah, so I knew it is much cheaper to drive a car than a horse. 100%.
Unless you got a fast horse.
We got in that argument in the TSP group one day with a guy. He's like, "Oh no, the apocalypse happens. Everybody's gonna ride horses."
You were like, "No."
I was like, "Yeah, bro. Why do you think nobody does now? Because it's expensive as fuck.
Because it's way
not cheaper than gas."
I'm thinking of mountain bike and get me to Seattle and back and like.
Yeah, I'm like, bro. No, literally technology was in a race to invent something better than the horse because fuck, it's expensive and hard.
Yeah,
these cars have hundreds of horsepower.
We were so desperate to get away from riding horses, we figured out how to ride ourselves before we figured out cars.
Is that gay?
Not if it's a government official.
Masturbation.
Hey, Patricia, what do you show?
Jumpers, hunters.
Okay, I used to be part of American Quarter Association.
I love
years ago.
I do, and so I'm actually trying to find a reining cow horse barn for my son to learn to ride, because I don't want him to do jumpers, and I would love for him to find like a cool quarter horse and learn some reining and some cutting and stuff.
I know one, but it's in Nebraska.
So
Yeah, I know guys in Illinois that do that, but
Right. I found a couple. I just need to go check them out, and they don't all have lesson horses. And I'm not buying. I'm riding other people's horses right now because I don't want to do that because it's 1,200 pounds of animal trying to kill itself.
OPP.
Yeah, it is. Owning a horse is like owning a boat. It's a giant money pit.
Exactly right. So
It's a
money.
Except
giant
it eats a lot.
It eats and poops money. Yep.
It eats and poops money, and it tries to kill itself constantly.
All the time. Yep.
Mhm.
Everybody's like, "What? Why do you keep your horse in a stall and not let it out in a
Wow.
pasture?" I'm like, "Because they're stupid and they try
Yeah,
to
no.
kill them."
Horses are the only thing in the world better than like toddlers at trying to find creative ways to die.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Turkeys
Turkeys are pretty good at it too.
So I say I was gonna
Okay,
put in a
turkeys
bid for
probably do take the
quails
cake
too.
there. Yeah, turkeys are.
And rabbits.
Whale or
Whale.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of dumb things. So it's just
Yeah, I mean,
leave it at that.
rabbits, you could sneeze on them wrong and they'll die.
Well, Well, I went from warm bloods and hunter jumpers to I took a break and I did Arabs for a hot minute.
Cool.
Yeah, won't do that ever again. Thanks. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I used to show
Yeah, Arabs are
Western-
not calmer.
and my mom did a lot of trail and showmanship.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So
I would do
I
that
mean,
with a quarter horse. I will never do it with an Arab again.
yeah, that's going back 20 years.
You just want to breed the Arabs.
Arabs are
No,
the
not anymore.
Not anymore. Oh, you got okay. That was where we left
I
off.
was going to.
My conversation.
But I got completely out of it because their national show organization is getting like crazy and killing the membership. So I'm like, I'm going back to warm bloods. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna breed one, but I'm probably at some point gonna buy import a baby.
That works.
Yeah, I'll import one.
I saw a video.
Completely off topic. Does anybody else use Brave browser?
Yeah.
I do.
So earlier today on the new tab, it still had the little section on the right for FTX to see the exchange and what else going on and everything, and now it's finally gone. It was still there 3 hours ago.
I haven't not even paid attention.
I'm telling you, go watch the Mark Moss one. It's like an hour and 15, but it's like every graph, he connects every dot of other company, dad, SEC, regular
I think I've got it. Is it evidence FTX was a deep state plan to capture crypto?
Deep state plan, yeah. So the deal was, so FTX was kind of growing up, right, and getting fed all this mystery money, like bink, 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 and Freeman will never say where he gets the mystery money from, but mystery money, and they start pushing around the other big guys, but smaller, one at a time, right? And as they each topple, FTX is like, whoa, we'll backstop you, grab their real assets, slide them the fucking boogie shit once they get them under corporate control, right? Here, just put these fuckers on your books. There are sister companies. What was our other one? FTXX or something? The coin. It was their sister company.
FTT was the coin. Yeah.
Yeah, the coin. So that was a separate company. So but they were holding it on their books as collateral. So they were. Yeah, that was the one thing that I'd heard. They were showing collateral for more than double the current supply of FTT to back their loans. Hold on. So think about it. So they take over this company who's going in bankruptcy. They take all their real assets, real money, real shit.
Yeah.
And they slide them the token.
Yeah.
Right.
They're pre-mint. Yeah.
Sweep. In the last election cycle, Freeman FTX, right, gave $40 million to the Democrats. So all the money that he swept up out of each of those corporate takedowns, swept up the real money, literally gave it to the fucking commies. And then the plan was, when he started going down, I'm going down, right? Because the affected sister company in the Bahamas and Binance, the fucking Chinese dude who's out of it, right? Obviously not an American deep state, came in and was like, okay, fuck, I'm going to bail you out because then I'll own it all. And as soon as they got because the real thing that FTX had, the only real thing of value, they were getting all that money and trying to buy real shit, but they weren't buying real shit. They were buying politicians. Think about it. They're paying $20 million for a naming right on the stadium, $40 million to the fucking Dems, $20 million for a stadium here. all this, like, they got rid of all the real money as fast as they could. They sucked it and but the original nut to get the company going, nobody can come up with where that came from.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like, how did Epstein materialize $1 billion mansion, right? Just
Right,
I don't know how that fucking happened. I just showed up in my stocking on Christmas, right? So
It's magic.
they infect all the other companies with bullshit assets that are nothing now, right? They swapped it all up, and it was the thing that they didn't want to give up in the sale to Binance was like they were trying to offload all the shit assets, but he points out the thing that FTX had that no one else on the globe has is the rate is the Congress has already approved derivative trading for FTX in the US on crypto. They're the only company in the world that has the right to run the derivatives market. It's just printing money. Like times X. Like, how does Hillary go to 50,000? Come out with 2.5, like fucking 20 million or whatever. Like multiples, not shit like we make 3%. They're making like 400 or 500, 6, like multiples.
Right.
Wow.
So it was the rope-a-dope, right? Because that offer was juicy, but it wasn't the fucking ring. The ring was the exclusive rights to trade that are already approved. So they wanted Binance to go, no, motherfuckers, throw that bitch on the table, right? And they made it like fast, gotta go fast, Jimmy, gotta go fast, right? And he was smart enough to go like, wait a minute, like the holy grail of everything, owning it all, just served up like a fucking meatball over the center. Come on, what? And backed out, right? And now they've pushed it all down, right? He was supposed to eat it and just get fucked. And as soon as you're holding all those shit coins, like Mark goes through, anyone who actually understands finance definitionally, and Patty will understand lawyerly, like there are fucking definitions for words, assets, you know, like just words are meaning of things. There's chapters and chapters and chapters that go into it, and they meet all the definitions of. Bitcoin is the only one that doesn't have a steering people that are behind it, anything. So it has already been declared more currency like, right? And every other thing. It was just like it's the comeback on Uber and Lyft. I bet this is going to get so fucking crazy that they can't stop it, right? And cabbies will just be having their $1 million medallions worth less because we're just going to steamroll this bitch.
Right.
But you got to buy the politicians and everybody and roll through, right? And it was, I think, all set up on all the shitcoin stuff. Yep. I did a while back. I liquidated a while back. So yeah.
Okay, random.
I think
is the silver guy. Is the silver guy the Zoltar bar guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'll give you his contact shit.
Okay. I think I found him on
a real person.
Agorist Market.
Jared, can you drop that link in the Telegram?
Market. Which link?
For the video that Scramblin was talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. He's a brilliant economist. He's going to be down at John Bush's, the next one of his like Great Reset things. He's going to be one of the speakers.
Neat.
Yeah.
Gross.
He has a lot of good information once you get past like the first 15 minutes of everything in interviews where he's just sucking his own dick.
John?
No, Mark Moss. Mark Moss. No, I love John.
But same problem.
Mark does a lot of sucking his own dick.
That's fucking
same
problem. There's a few people I know that do that.
Yeah, you know.
Pugliano's fun to talk to. I like him.
I agree. No. I meant John Bush, not John.
Oh, okay.
John Bush, like because
Pugliano's great too, right? Because he knows it's a fucking scam. It is a casino.
But, yeah.
Like you might as well play if we're playing casino credits. He's good at making more of them.
My eyebrows always go up when I hear about like Freedom Cells, Exit and Build, Greater Reset, because every person we've gotten from there has been a problem. So
yeah, a little wacky.
Let's put it this way: this motherfucker, aside from the other Brian, is the only one on this show other than John Bush that I've met in person. You don't see me on a podcast with John Bush a whole lot. He's a cool guy. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's a lot of times it's kind of hard to buy what he's selling. You know,
I've met him in person a couple of times, and I appreciate the work and like
I do. I get it. I admire what he's doing. He's the reason I ended up at Float Fest and beating any of these fuckers to begin with.
That's what I was like. You underestimate his like. He gets.
No, I'm not underestimating the guy at all. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know.
Unicorn rainbow bitch
he gets into some shit that I'm like, man, I don't know. He's like, the Bitcoin Cash thing. He is so into that, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And then the Kratom thing, I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't vibe with it.
Dealing in money.
He loves it.
Money making, money acquiring.
Yeah,
right. No, I get that. 100%. I get that.
Have you done any of those exit and build events?
No, but I've wanted to. They've been so close, but the timing's always kind of like sucked.
Just call me and I'll tell you all the information you know. It's literally like people going, I don't have any money and I don't want to work for the man. How do I get land?
Okay, let me put it this way.
Man, there was an unfortunate amount of that at Self-Reliance Fest too.
People
that were like 60 years old and 300 pounds that hadn't developed a skill yet.
One was I run into it all the time with the magazine.
So I couldn't make it happen. I took time off for Float Fest. There was no way I could make exit and build happen the first one. The next one that happened, both Jack and Nicole were going to be there, and that's the reason I wanted to go. That's why. It wasn't the event. It was Jack and Nicole are going to be in Texas together.
Yeah. Did you go down?
No, I didn't get to. It was the timing.
I know the timing for Survivor.
Because it's what
I would have if I could, because literally where they had it, it's like not even 2.5 hours for me. So.
Yeah, so I listened into a couple of those exit and builds, maybe the first 2 or 3, and I just got so tired.
It's like the gold sales guy, right? Like he's only half wrong. Like you should buy.
I should buy gold. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on the guy. It's just one of those. You know, it's not all mine. It's not all me. And you know, I like what they're doing, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to jump into your freedom cell and build a tiny house.
Yeah,
because everybody that's going to be there with a tiny house next to me sucks.
I don't want to own land with anybody else. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah. You're going to find out why if you do it.
Yeah. I think it's a great thing for a lot of people, but that's not where I'm at.
Yeah. What are you looking at? You're going to move or maybe, or what are you thinking?
Who?
Jackie's talking about like tiny house village or on your own or some big city lights or what?
No city, no fucking city. Can you imagine me in a city? I would be like, people with torches would be chasing me after like a day.
You can hide in a good city
because you ate half of them.
Well, you were hiding in Chicago until you like called the fucking Homeland Security.
It was worth it, okay? Like I don't regret that. That was fucking the best time in jail ever because I got some shit done, okay?
And you got to see the secret detention camp.
I did actually get to an undisclosed location. So my boss was like, "How do I find you?" And I was like, "I don't know where I am."
36th Street South.
I was like 4 stories underground. I was like all kinds of underground. It was
we gotta bury this bitch.
That part was pretty scary. I'm not even gonna lie. But
black ops sites, they're real.
Yeah, they are real. And let me tell you, I would have done it again. Okay, so like I learned nothing. But no, I'm looking to get the fuck out of Colorado. Yeah, exactly. Next time I'll come prepared, bitches. Anyway,
so what does the fuck out of Colorado mean?
Warmer, coastier.
I'm looking at we've got 4 or 5 different states that we've got our eyeballs on.
So
one is
Mexico and
no New Mexico.
No, well, maybe at some point, but not while my kid is little. She's still 12. I'm gonna wait for her to be a little bit older before I take her to Mexico because I heard getting back in if you're a free agent is really hard, and I'm a complete free agent. Fuck New Mexico! I'm already pretty much in New Mexico. So fuck.
But if you have a passport, if you have a U.S. passport,
no, girl, I do not. I am a free agent. I have no Alliance.
cross any
Jackie
international
doesn't
borders.
believe in all that shit.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
don't.
Just
I
don't
don't.
cross any international
All that
borders.
lawyer
Well,
shit, it's just a
You
myth.
just get a little
That's
rubber
why I
duck.
have a 12-year-old and I would wait for her to be a little bit older. But
exactly
once I go down there, I'm down there. But in the meantime, I'm
I like how we have
looking-
Jackie and Patty both on here, and Jackie's like, all those words that you studied, that you made a
Don't do
career
it.
out
It's
of,
fine.
those are just words in a book that I don't read.
And that's
Yeah.
totally fine. I just don't want you to not be able to go the other way across the thing, whatever you crossed.
No, make no mistake, Butcher. I know all of the laws because you can't properly break them unless you know them.
Well, I mean,
So-
that's true. That's true. You just have no
That's a good
regard
point.
for them, which
You know.
I'm down with.
It's just like
I-
music. If
I
you're a
have
musician,
regard
you gotta
for
learn the
them. I
rules
just
to
break them.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it
I know
the-
how to properly break them. I know every fucking IRS
There you
loophole
go.
there is.
No, see, the fun thing is you'll actually go out of your way to break the law on principle because you can and
True.
say, fuck you. And I'm
It's true.
like, yeah, you know what? I'll get that driver's license because it's actually cheaper than bail.
That's exactly right.
I won't, but
I'm
try and
all
catch me.
for fuck the system until the system fucks me harder. Then I'm like,
Priuses are faster than you think.
well, let me find I just want the easiest way. I want
You
the
try to
easy
catch me
route.
in my smart car. Good luck to you.
Whatever keeps me out here shooting cows in the face. You know what I
And
mean?
that's what I tell people. I'm like, look, if you didn't start with all that stuff and you don't need it, that's fantastic. The problem is that my ass has about 6 professional licenses I have to maintain, and I don't hate money. So
Yeah, I've got to send in fucking fingerprints to 2 different states
you're right.
by the end of the year for licenses. It's so
Well,
dumb.
what
To
do
be
you
an
do?
engineer, they
Are you
need
like a
all 10 prints.
Oh yes, they do.
What do you do?
Take you
Hey,
fucking
what the
engineer.
fuck?
They
fucking
don't
animal.
explain why. They
They
just
just-
say you have to do it or you don't get a little stamp.
That's
Well,
You're
why I
not allowed to
dropped
be an
out of
engineer
school.
unless you have fingers, sir.
So we found out why, because some dude was like renting out his license and the building fell down and a bunch of people died. So
But couldn't you,
you
still
can do that?
Yeah, but
You can
I
still
can
do that.
he
Like,
can
I can
electronically
fucking
seal
rent-
drawings without his fingerprints.
I can
His
like
fingerprints aren't
rent,
going to show up anywhere.
I can
For-
rent an
it's a
engineer's license. That's a thing. I didn't know
You know
that.
what?
I didn't know there was a market for renting an engineer's license. That's a
Oh,
thing.
there's a market for
any
anything.
permission they grant. There's a
Well,
sub
yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Contract
well,
licenses.
commodities broker. Come on.
I can't think of why I would want to rent an engineering license, but
So that
Oh,
you
good
can
to know.
build
But
an
then
engineer.
an engineer? Fuck.
Please stamp this. so I
Yeah,
get
because it's
approval.
cheaper than being an
no,
engineer.
I don't mind renting an engineer,
There it
but
is.
the license itself, like, fuck,
Right.
why do I
Right.
care?
Rent-
Stamped plans.
Just rent the engineer. Like that's what I don't get it either.
Right? Why would you rent
Well,
the
that's still
license
going to
when I
be,
could
it's
rent
still
the
gonna be
whole
more
fucking
expensive than
engineer?
just having somebody who doesn't care sign
It
off on
is,
shit that
but
they
like,
didn't look at.
I also don't want my billing to fall down, so I'd rather rent the engineer.
A high schooler could do what I do, and I design buildings.
Probably.
Like
Just
th-
AutoCAD.
three
It's
months
not
in
gonna
tech
let
school
you
and basic
go down.
math is all it takes.
Oh, I say the same thing about lawyers. It's all about can you look up templates? Okay, then you can be a lawyer.
Yeah, fill it out. Now it's,
It's
a,
kind of
now
like
it's a-
anything. It's
fill
like
out book.
just because anybody can do it
It's
doesn't mean they
TurboTax.
want to.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
I have no interest in figuring that out. I
No,
want
yeah.
to rent the engineer. I don't
No,
want to do
just
it.
because
Yeah.
they can do it doesn't mean that that's something they're ever going to apply themselves to do the right way.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
I'm gonna tell you right now, anybody can cut up a fucking deer, and if you can't, you're literally fucking retarded. A lot of people do not want to though, and they pay me money to do it, and I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. You know,
That's right.
it's like anything.
I want to do it.
I don't
That's
want to have to rebuild a transmission on my car. I want to pay somebody else to do that because I don't want to do it, and I don't really care to learn how to. But I don't think I'd go online and pay somebody to fucking certify my transmission that didn't work. I don't think I would buy the
Exactly.
license.
Yeah, I mean, the only license that I have is ham radio, concealed carry, driver's license. I got rid of my FAA
You're not
license.
forklift certified?
What?
No.
What? Oh my god!
I
Dang.
got that when I was in high school.
Okay, you know what I figured out? If
I don't
you
even
get-
have a driver's license, and
If
I
you
have
rent
all
a-
of those things.
So if you just rent a big enough fucking piece of equipment, like big enough, nobody checks.
Nope.
Yeah.
They just drop that shit
Oh.
off. Yeah, and if your company's like fucking sending them over money
don't
on office to office, they don't fucking
As long as
care.
you have the insurance.
Comes in a semi 28,000 pound excavator. Here you are,
Yes,
kid.
you are.
And
I'm
I'm
like,
not,
wait. Give me at least 3 minutes on how to use this fucking thing.
I'm also not overhead crane certified either, but I still use one of those.
Oh,
And a ladder. I go up more than all the steps.
Man, I tell you what, I worked
leg.
downtown Chicago in construction for a
I'm
summer.
sorry.
And they had me going through doing the union like pay rate updates and shit.
Yeah.
So I saw what the operators were making.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing the crane guy just sit there like 80% of the day and then scoop dirt from here to there a few times, making $95 an hour. What?
Yep.
5, 6, 7 years ago.
No. I worked with a guy that years ago used to work for a state agency.
Oh my god!
And he just ran a backhoe, and all he did all day long was fill dump trucks.
I shouldn't show the barcode, should I? Hey, look, that's for my trade show gig tomorrow. I'm trade show surveying.
But no, he would make literally $120 an hour to sit there, and for about 30 seconds once an hour, fill a dump truck. Like just one scoop, dump. There you go. Maybe
and you're the one guy out of the weather too.
And the rest of the time, this was the era of like pre-cell phones and shit. So he didn't have anything to do, but he sat there and like just do crosswords. That's it.
Or like a porn magazine,
like nothing. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he had the old Playboy, like 1970s edition.
Yeah,
right.
Books,
you know, I mean, nothing to do.
Or you could try the Nigerian prince scheme. I hear that works out.
Yeah, but this was pre-cell phones.
Oh yeah.
Like he's just sitting in a cab making 100-something plus.
He had a CD player.
Like they don't. This was probably like 8-track era.
CB. He's just calling him in off the highway, seeing like what he can get to show up at the gate. He's
right. No shit.
Hard.
I was watching a guy building a building next door to our office in downtown Seattle, operating the crane. It's like heated and air conditioned.
Oh,
and
yeah. They're nice. Now, don't get me wrong though. They have a cush job, but also there's a high level of skill. Like if you fuck up like a lot of lives on the one.
Yeah. When you flip off the top of the building, you don't usually survive.
I could be like, oh, oopsie, 12 people died. You know, yeah, there's a high risk there.
All right, guys. I'm gonna jump out. The girls are getting ready to go to bed. So
it's dinner time.
I'm calling it my time
It is
too.
dinner time.
That's the way to do it. It was a fucking crazy show.
It was awesome.
Thanks, guys.
I will put this one on my channel. This is a good
Thanks
one.
all.
Put it up there. It's content. It's on my channel.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put it up.
Let's go, boy.